Hi friends, welcome to the Candy and Doug Show. In this video we're going to talk about why we quit consuming animal products and am I vegan? I will answer that question first. I'm not into labels, and so I don't really use the word vegan to describe myself, and because a number of reasons. I have several pairs of nice boots that have leather on them, and I possibly could even have some tennis shoes where the soles have been made using animal products. I didn't even think about this until I had watched another video. Fully Raw Christina was going through her closet and talking about how yes, she's 100% vegan, but oops, she had these pair of, I don't know if they were Reebok or Nike or whatever they were, and I don't even give a thought to that. Now, would I buy another pair of leather boots? Probably not. Or a leather bag of any kind? Probably not. So why I quit consuming animal products is because they're not complementary to the body, and they're acid forming, mucus forming foods, and I heard a lot of things that just made sense to me, and I feel like I can discern truth when I hear it. I heard things like there's over 9 million different species in the world, and they each have a certain way that they eat. Why would the humans be any different? I heard that your cells is roughly made up of, let's just say 100 trillion cells and two main fluids. Take a chunk off your leg and cook it. Would you want to eat it? And I thought to myself, well, no. And it's no different. The meat is just, or flesh, dead animal tissue is just a whole bunch of cells and two main fluids. It's putrefaction. It's already dead, so it's rotting, and we just put it in the refrigerator to slow it down.
Yep.
So I quit just like that. After I heard that, I thought, oh yeah, and I realized that there was a common denominator with that was causing my issues, and that was acid forming foods, mucus forming foods, and I wanted foods that were more complementary to my lymphatic system and to get my lymphatic system moving, and foods that would help remove mucoid plaque and impacted waste from the colon. Doug, what can you share with your experience?
All right, why I quit consuming animal products? Well, I was pretty damn constipated. I had about 10 to 15 pounds of shit in my colon. I felt like shit. I was full of shit. So I was just really ill, physically, mentally, emotionally. Hell, I was laying up in bed pissing in plastic jugs for a week. The last thing I cared about was, what I was eating. I was just like, I wanted to focus on getting better and just, being able to live for another few years. Because it didn't feel like I was living. It felt like I was dead, just laying up in a bed. And so I was like, damn, at this point, I just want to do whatever I need to do to get better. I don't really give a fuck what it is. And I got a book, The Mucus Diet Healing System. Arnold Ehret talks about eating grapes and going on a grape fast. So I was like, fuck it, I don't really care. I didn't even know what vegan was, or like a plant-based diet. My buddy told me he went vegetarian like a month before that, and I thought he was crazy. Walked out the door and I told my roommates, I was like, he's gonna fucking die. Dude's off his rocker. But I ate a bunch of grapes, started moving my bowels. It took me like 6 days on just raw fruits and salads before I even had a single bowel movement. I was so backed up, and then I just start seeing black sludge come out and just such foul stuff. And so I start removing the obstructions. My back pain starts to dissipate. I start seeing some crazy stuff come out in my urine, and I just start feeling better and better. So much less swelling around the midsection. Felt like I was carrying a tire around. My knees were hurting, my chest was hurting, my elbows were hurting. I was just in chronic acidosis, and so And on top of that, I really didn't give a fuck about the animals either at that point in time. I was just like, I'm just gonna do whatever I need to do to get myself straight, to get right. And I had seen so many doctors. I, looked in so many external sources for getting right with myself, and it just flat out didn't work whatsoever. And so once I started consuming the complementary foods, the mucus-less foods, the alkaline-forming foods, my body, started to get rid of all the toxins and all the waste. And yeah, that's pretty much how I began my journey. And then, sometime down the road, I started to realize like basically the magnitude or the karmic footprint I was creating for myself and the planet by consuming animals. And I don't consider myself vegan either. I'm not a raw vegan. I ain't nothing but me. And so I just do what I do, and I try not to put any labels on it either. I keep it real. If someone talks to me, I'll just let them know, yeah, like I rock a plant-based diet, but I don't wear, I even have a shirt that I bought that was just like vegan, da 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 da, and I'm just like, all right, keep that in the closet. It's probably a waste of money, but whatever. So that's,
yeah, if I was going to describe the diet I have or the foods I consume, I guess I would say I'm a raw foodist, or I follow a raw plant-based diet. You said something yesterday. You brought up there's a couple of people out there on the social networks, or I guess even kind of in the media, that are promoting this vegan lifestyle or have vegan products that they sell. And I'm not so sure that even just the word vegan is created to just something else to consume, but to be a consumer, to market those products because they're vegan. Because just because something says it's vegan doesn't mean that it's complementary and not harmful to the body.
Yeah, totally. That's a really good point. Anything that we can identify with is potentially something that money can be made on. So it's like, if somebody considers themselves a vegan, then they're going to buy vegan t-shirts, they're going to get vegan packaged goods, they're going to get vegan lipstick, vegan, and so it is like a marketing point. But it's not necessarily a bad thing either. Yeah, if you're trying to consume like plant-based stuff, totally go for things that are vegan. But just on the flip side, there's a marketing point. But more than anything, it creates separation. When we're talking to somebody and say they might consume or live a different lifestyle than us, and we're like, I am vegan. And they're like, well, I am not vegan. So we are different, and there is separation. But it's all just false. So if we can just connect with each other, support each other, love one another, I think that's definitely what really matters to me. I'll hang out with somebody that eats flesh, eats dairy. It doesn't really matter to me anymore. It's the level of consciousness, it's the vibration, and I try not to make any judgments, or I try not to act on my judgments that my mind makes. My mind's crazy. I don't listen to my mind.
Well said.
Yeah. I try to stay out of that and not react to it. But yeah, you got anything else you want to add to it?
No, that's it. We're gonna wrap this up. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. I've just released my first PDF book. It's titled A Beginning Guide to Regenerative Detoxification, and you can get yours for only $4.99. There's a link below. Thanks again. Go do something that you really enjoy doing.
Peace, guys. Thank you for tuning in.